Sea day versus port day. Which is better? I've cruised with Royal and Norwegian, and I'm here to tell you everything that is done on each day. When you're at sea all day, well, the word says it, you don't have any ports on call, and you're basically in the middle of the ocean, and it's a boat day. You're gonna take advantage of all the amenities that are on the cruise. Usually cruise ships all have very similar amenities. For example, I've cruised with Norwegian and I've cruised with Royal. On Norwegian and Royal, obviously they have the restaurants, they have theaters, they have playrooms, they have cafes, they have spas, fitness centers, there's bars, lounges, restaurants, shops. So there is a little bit of everything. Now for restaurants, my friends, if you're at sea all day, make sure you book your reservation if you want to go to a restaurant that is non-inclusive. Well, you do want to make reservations ahead of time. And also if you want to go to the pool or something with your family, just know that obviously there's no reservation for that. But if you do go, for example, like rock climbing, or you're getting on any of the rides that the ships might offer, then I think for that you might need a reservation, or you might need to book a little bit. Well, that's obviously you do need to book a little bit in advance, but I don't think it's something. I only saw that happen in one of the ships, but for the most part I think it's one of those first come first serve types of situations. Now when you're dining at a cruise ship, they have several types of restaurants. For example, they can have Asian food, they can have Peruvian food, they can have Mexican food, and then they have the buffet, which is open most of the day. They do close from time to time, and that varies depending on the cruise ship, but they offer breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks throughout the day. They also have drinks, they have lemonade, water, and American coffee. Those are the ones that I've seen being offered all the time on the cruise ship. Now, if you do want to get a drink, then just know that that's extra. That's a specialty. That's a package that you have to purchase before the cruise to save money, or while you're on the cruise, and you do have to pay a premium for that. I'm going to tell you about the amenities that were on my last cruise, Explorer of the Sea. So they had rock climbing, which looked like a lot of fun, and then they had a mini golf. There were a lot of kids there with their parents. Then they had ice skating, and they had a show for that, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't go ice skating, but just to look at it, it was very entertaining. And then they had the Royal Promenade, which it was like walking through a city. They had shops, they had music. Now we are going to talk about port days. So port day, those are a lot of fun. Those are my favorite because you get to go on excursions. Disembarking usually happens early in the morning, or at whatever time they get to the actual city. For example, the time on the ship may not necessarily be the time of the actual country that you're in. It's different, so keep an eye out for that, because it happened to me on one of my cruises. Usually people disembark early in the morning, and what they're gonna do is that they're gonna ask you to go to the theater. In the theater, you're gonna tell them the excursion that you're going in, and they're gonna give you a number, and then they're gonna sit you at a specific part of the theater. After that, someone's gonna come and they're gonna start calling the numbers. And then when they call your number, you're going to see that a whole bunch of you are going to get up, and then they're gonna guide you towards the exit. And then from there, you might get on one of the little boats to take you to the shore, or the ship might be docked on the actual port. And then you get off, you take the bus, and you enjoy the excursion. Now there's something called Explore on Your Own, and this usually happens with people that have been to that specific port before, and a lot of people do it to save money. But if you're someone who likes to organize the trip and you really want to take advantage and maybe not see what's been done in an itinerary for you already, and you want to sightsee on your own, then you can save a ton of money if you know where you're going. I personally always like going with a tour because they do give me very insightful information, and it's honestly a lot of fun just to be around people. And the best excursions, I always say it, are the ones where they include free time and where they include food, because then it's an overload of information that is being shared with you. Like I told you guys, I like the excursions where I can swim, where I can explore, and yeah, those are a lot of fun. But then again, that's something that you have to choose for yourself, or with your family. If you get the excursions on the ship, you're gonna be paying a premium, but if you book them ahead of time, you might be able to get them significantly cheaper. Now, what happens with excursions on port days, if you book them very close to the day, what's going to happen is that there may not be as many seats available, so you might have to leave someone behind, and you might not be able basically to go with like your entire family or the person you're with because there are no seats available. Now I'm going to share with you guys some tips for when you're on a cruise and you want to take advantage of everything. So mornings start early. If you want to go to the pool, don't wait until like 10 or 11. No, get there early in the morning and get a chair, get an umbrella, sit there and be there with your family because it does get packed. And believe it or not, people wake up early when they're on the cruise. There's usually a time difference for everyone, so you'd be surprised. If you're someone who loves going to the spa, if you book a spa day on a port day, you get a significant discount. Keep in mind this. The spa might be for 2 hours, but then you're gonna be at port for 8 hours. So there's a time difference that you can take advantage of after the spa day. Gyms during meal times, by meal times, I mean, for example, the hours in which the restaurant that is all inclusive, where people go and they sit down and they eat, not the buffet. When that one's open, the gyms are empty. So keep that in mind. If you're someone who loves to work out, it's definitely a great time to go. Another tip that I want to share that I think matters is to take comfortable shoes. I know I do a lot of fashion reviews here on my channel, a lot of shoe reviews, but trust me, I should do a video about the shoes that I take on the cruise. But you have to take comfortable shoes, especially when you're going on a cruise because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. This is a huge tip, even when you're on a cruise, unless like you're going to dinner or something. You have to take comfortable shoes. Another tip is to take a photo of the port map where you're at so that when you come back and you're not able to find anything, you know exactly where you have to go to get back on the ship. So these are the tips that I have to share with you guys. I know you guys really love cruise videos. I love them too, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below with any questions you may have. Make sure you like this video. I really need for you guys to start commenting, leaving likes on the video, because like that, YouTube can recommend my videos to more and more people. Thank you so much for your time. And by the way, I just want to say thank you because another one of my shorts went viral here on YouTube and I've welcomed so many of you. So I am beyond grateful that this community is growing so much, and I'm very grateful that I get to connect and help so many of you. This is truly wonderful. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. I hope that you guys subscribe so that you can watch this series. I went on a cruise through Italy, Greece, and Croatia. I have a lot of Venice videos coming up. So I hope that you subscribe, and I'll see you soon.